Play the epic and highly recommended Unreal single-player campaign or co-op campaigns as an Unreal Tournament player with the familiar and classic weapons from Unreal Tournament 99. Play online with high definition, high resolution, and on a modern computer. Some might say, this is Unreal Tournament as it should have been. Play the epic and highly recommended Unreal single-player campaign. This is Unreal Tournament as it should have been. Unreal Tournament as it should have been.
Hello there! In this video I'm going to show you how to get this amazing Unreal Tournament bundle, the UT99 version 469.exe community bundle from archive.org. And then I'm going to show you how to install ReShade to enhance the game even further. If I had to name this bundle, I would have called it UT99 as it should have been, as you probably guessed after watching this intro. It sounds much better, and it fits very well, since Unreal Tournament was originally intended as an extension to Unreal. But now with this bundle we finally have both in one game. Now before we dive into how to download and install it, let's make one thing crystal clear. Archive.org is a fantastic platform for preserving digital history, and we are using it strictly for obtaining your own legal backup of Unreal and UT99, which you already own or have the right to access. Always respect the rights of game developers and publishers. Alright, okay, let's begin the tutorial. Start by navigating to archive.org. Find the search bar and type UT99 and sort it by date. Now the bundle appears. Press it. If you press zip under download options, you will begin a slow download that may take hours to complete. If you want a much faster download, you can choose to follow the mega link and click on the bundle right here. Then an arrow will appear in the lower right corner. Click on it to download. Do not close the window, even if it has reached 100%. Wait a little more, as it needs time to finalize. Otherwise, you risk losing the file. While it is downloading, let's look at the SD textures. It stands for Standard Textures. In case you have an old computer that cannot run HD textures, or if you just want to experience the game as it looked in 1999, you can download the standard textures right here. You just have to delete the texture folder in the bundle we are downloading now, and then replace it with this one. And then it's done. But we won't do that in this tutorial. While you wait, you can explore the site. There is a short text about the bundle, but if you click on this text file under download options, you can read much more. In fact, you can read everything I will go over in this video and more. When your download is complete, you will have a zip file like this. Right-click it and select Extract All. When finished, this folder will open. Right-click the Unreal Tournament folder and select Copy or Cut. Navigate to the C drive and right-click on an empty space. Select Paste. Open the Unreal Tournament folder. Here you will find the same text file we read in the archive. The next file is a shortcut to Unreal Tournament. You can copy or drag it to a desktop. And now the game is actually ready to launch. But I just want to go over a few more things with you before I launch it. The third file is a shortcut that will start the game in safe mode. This is practical if you experience errors in the startup or in the in-game menu. Let's hope you don't need it. The fourth file is a Windows registry file. If you run it, future patch updates and some UMod files will know where UT99 is installed. As it is now, it only works if you have installed UT99 in the C drive, as in this tutorial. If you have chosen a different installation path, you have to modify the registry file. If you have Unreal installed, or multiple installations of UT99, or UT2004 installed, it will confuse the registration and render the registration useless. As an alternative method, a small program is included. Unreal Service UMod Tool 2.0. This program can install, extract, and create UMods. The fifth file is an image of all pre-configured hotkeys. As you can see, they are centered around the arrow keys, probably due to the fact that in the 90s the arrow keys were often used in games. I just want to go over one last thing before I launch the game. Monster Hunt is a very popular game type, but as the game is now, it won't work offline. This is because different versions of the game type are not compatible. If you navigate to Help, Mods, Help, Monster Hunt, you will find two different Monster Hunt U files. If you install some old Monster Hunt maps, you will probably be able to play them without doing anything else, since the old Monster Hunt U file is already installed in your cache folder. But just in case, if they still don't work, copy this old version of Monster Hunt U and place it in the system folder. Rename it to Monster Hunt U. Now you will be able to play old Monster Hunt maps that you have installed yourself. I delete it again, and look, there is already a version of the new Monster Hunt U file. If you copy it and rename it to Monster Hunt U, you can play the new Monster Hunt maps that are included in this bundle. But if you do, most online Monster Hunt servers will not work. That's why I'm deleting it again. But now you know how to make it work. Let's launch the game. I will press escape to skip the intro, and then a series of 10 background image tutorial steps will greet us.
How to set up UT99 video driver device render.
I'm not going to change the graphics driver, but I'll show you the process in case you need it.
When you change the video driver, the game will reset. Then a window will show. Select Show All Devices. Now all renders will show. If you have a gaming computer, choose Direct3D11 support or XOpenL. Try out what rendering option that works best with your computer. Then click Next. Choose Raw Input and click Next and then Run.
I will go through the rest of the tutorial steps quickly.
Change the resolution to the setting that works best for you. Change background. Go to Options, Old School Configuration, Options, and choose the next helping background. Help Step 3. While we're at it, SP Mutators stands for Single Player Mutators. Set up your GUI, the graphical user interface. Go to the Options drop-down menu and select Preferences. Use the slider at the GUI mouse speed to adjust the mouse speed in the menu. Then tick the Override GUI Scaling option and resize the GUI scaling factor to the size that is comfortable for you. Do the same with Font Scaling Factor for in-game text. Set the frame rate limit to 60 or more.
Note that in Options, Preferences, and under the Game tab, dodging is on by default. Lots of people don't like that when they are playing single player.
How to set in-game mouse speed. Go to Options, Preferences, and Input. Adjust the number at mouse sensitivity to amend in-game mouse speed.
Now, the number in the guide's example happens to match my preferred setting, but it is not certain that it will also match yours. To find out, play a bit of single player and notice. Try increasing and decreasing the number to adjust the sensitivity until you hit something that works for you.
How to adjust your HUD. Heads-up display. Go to Options, Preferences, and HUD. Does it look like this? Then go to Game. Start practice session and start a match. Quit it immediately and go to the HUD Preferences again.
My HUD does look like that. Oh, nice, it worked.
Nice to know tip. Untick Show Desktop while adjusting HUD, crosshair, and font scaling factor.
I will use the nice to know tip for these adjustments.
How to adjust your HUD and crosshair. Find HUD size and reduce it slightly. Slide it to the left, but not all the way. If your HUD or crosshair are way too big when playing single-player campaigns, even if you have reduced the HUD, quick save and then quick load. Some online servers will automatically increase the size of your crosshair. By choosing a dot and crosshair style, you won't notice it to the same extent. Player Setup and how to change team. Go to Options, Player Setup, name your character and customize it. Change your color to change team when in a game. Controls, key bindings. Go to Options, Preferences, and Controls. Set up the controls to your liking. Remember to change the hotkey for the console key. If you have a non-American keyboard, the picture show you the preset hotkeys, key bindings, and shortcuts. You find a better quality picture in your Unreal Tournament folder. Go to Options, Advanced Options. The game will minimize, then go to Advanced and Raw key bindings. Here you can change and adjust the hotkeys even more.
I do have a non-American keyboard, so I will change the console hotkey. I will customize the rest another time.
Internet connection. Go to Options, Preferences, and Network. You only need to change this if you experience problems with the internet connection. If necessary, try the Update, Fix Network button. You have now made it through the most important settings to personalize your Unreal Tournament 99 for your computer. Welcome and enjoy one of the most customizable games ever. This will start the Unreal Tournament Arena single-player campaign. This will let you try lots of different game types. Story-based single-player campaigns, short story-based single-player maps.
Okay, another nice to know tip is that the single-player only works if you actually choose something. If you just press start, it won't work. But if you choose something, it will work. When playing single player, you will experience that the crosshair and HUD will change size. To get the size you have set yourself, do a quick save and then a quick load. A nice little detail is that you can change your weapon hand and that the crosshair turns red when you aim at an enemy. If you want to play one of the larger single-player campaigns, like Unreal, you can select it in the drop-down menu.
How to play multiplayer. Go to Multiplayer, find Internet Games, press the UT Servers tab, sort the servers by right-clicking a game type. Press Hide All, then double-click the game type you want to show in the server list. Right-click a server to put it in your Favorites tab. Double-click a server to join it.
I will find a Monster Hunt server to see if it works. The last helping step is for bunny track.
Bunny track mutators. BT maps are like obstacle courses with puzzles. Add the following mutators when playing BT. BT++ version 0.994, BT checkpoints and instajib. When you activate and use a checkpoint, you can't capture the flag. A checkpoint, CP, is great to use when learning the map and its obstacles or puzzles.
I add the recommended mutators, but something they forget to recommend is to remove all bots when playing BT. There are 3 BT maps, 2 tutorial maps and a beginner-friendly one that looks really nice. That's it for the help steps. Now it's time to find a background you like. There are several good ones, but I choose this one that I made myself. If you're interested in finding out how to make your own, you can find a tutorial for that on my channel. Depending on which version of UT99 you are used to, Chaos UT King of the Hill is a new game type that is quite entertaining. We have already gone through how to get Monster Hunt to work. Now it's time to close the game and install ReShade. But before that, I'll show you that the second time you run Unreal Tournament, this warning will appear. Untick this one and accept the rest, and it won't show up again. Open your browser and search for ReShade. Ignore all the ads and scroll down to the download options. Choose the first one. Run the program and select Browse. Navigate to your Unreal Tournament system folder. Select the Unreal Tournament.exe file. Choose the render driver you are using in UT99. Then choose to browse for a preset. Look for the ReShade on file. Then click Next. Some effect packages have been pre-selected for you. You can add more, but the more you have, the more effect it will have on the loading time in UT99. Click Next and then Finish. Now launch the game. You will see ReShade loading in the top of the screen. You press Home to open or close the ReShade menu. It will ask you to follow a tutorial. I will skip that. I prefer to add PPFX God Rays, although in some cases it can give a bit too much glare, but mostly I think it looks really good. Since everyone has different tastes and our computers can handle different settings, experience yourself with what you want to add and remove of effects. Up at the top of ReShade, you can shift between presets. The one we have on now is called On. You can also switch to one called Off, which has no effects enabled. That was it for now. I hope you liked this tutorial. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And please consider leaving a review of this bundle on the archive, so we can help people recognize that this is a great bundle. Thanks for now. Happy gaming!